Hey everybody, how's it going? Lord Josh here once again. I know it's been quite a long time since my last upload on this channel. I've been dealing with some very serious health issues that have put me in the hospital several times. A lot of my viewers will know this. If you watch the channel, you'll know that I have some chronic illnesses that flare up occasionally and they get quite bad to the point where I require emergency treatment. And that's no fun at all, believe me. So I've been dealing with that, and I felt very, very unwell. Physically, I felt extremely unwell, and I haven't been able to even think about uploading. All of my free time is spent healing and resting and rejuvenating and just taking the time out that I need to focus on my own life. And uploads and videos and social media is the last thing on my mind. But now I'm feeling a lot better. I don't feel 110%. I still feel very tired. I've been getting exhausted very easily, but that's mostly due to the new medication that I'm taking, which is causing all of these kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily bad side effects, but it's a part of the medication that it does sedate you and it does make you feel sleepy. So I've been dealing with that. So don't expect regular new uploads just yet. But I do want to tell you what I've been working on behind the scenes. I always try to stay as busy creatively as I can, even at my worst times. And I don't get much done, but it's best to at least do something, a bit of writing, a bit of reading. And this idea I had started in 2019 in late December. I wanted to create a group, a fraternity, a club that was the exact opposite of what I have on Facebook. So I have this group on Facebook, it's called Taoist Magic, and anybody can join it. You join there, you send me a notification, I'll accept you, no problem. I wanted to create a club that was very private, that it was kind of an elite club, and only certain people could join it, and it has very strict criteria and very specific requirements that you need in order to get in. So this is not an open for everyone club. You can't just join it because you want to. The criteria is you have to hold a title. So Duke, Lord, Baron, Duchess, Lady. As long as you hold a title that's officially recognized, it could be chic, it could be anything all over the world, but it has to be officially recognized, and you have to be able to prove your pedigree by documentation. So if you can send me in something that proves that you belong to this nobility or aristocracy or royalty, or you're a part of landed gentry in Britain, that will give you the key to potentially, it doesn't mean necessarily you're going to be allowed in just because you have the title, but that will give you a greater chance of getting in. So this is a club for magicians and for men and women who are into magic, but at the same time they also belong to the upper echelon of society. And I have my ordinary group where anybody can join it. So if this doesn't appeal to you, that's fine. You can still join my other Taoist magic group. But I have this very elite, very special one that people can join. So I created the site in 2019, and it's called the Greenwich League. That's the name of the society, the Greenwich League. And I designed the logos, as you can see here. Here is the main logo with the green horse mascot and the watch. And it looks very, very beautiful, luxurious, kind of has that Victorian kind of opulent, old world charm to it. That's very much on purpose. And the two colors for this club, this society, are green and gold. That's the two colors. So you're probably thinking, well, I like Lord Josh. I'm good friends with him, but unfortunately I don't have a title. Does that mean I can't join? I'm not related to aristocracy. Well, I have created a system for my close friends. This is only for the people that I interact with on an almost daily basis. And you know who you are. I have a very small circle. I've created a system called Honorable Invitation, where I can send out an invitation to a close friend of mine, and they can choose whether or not to accept it. And if they accept it, they become an honorary member of the Greenwich League. And you can be a temporary member, you can be long term. If you just want to experience it for a short time, that's absolutely fine. But I have created a little loophole for my very, very close friends to take advantage of it. I think it's important that I do that as a way of giving back to the people that support me and really do care about me. Also, how this club differs from the Taoist Magic Facebook group. That's just a group. That's just a group on a social media website. That's not a club. That's not a fraternity. There's no hierarchy. There's no order in it necessarily. It's really just a site, like a forum. I want this to have its own clubhouse, a physical location that we as members can actually meet up in person, in the flesh together, and we can get together in the same location bi-monthly. So I've been looking around on various cities and towns throughout the UK, and the prices vary greatly depending on what kind of building you want to hire out or rent out. Obviously, I would hire it at first. I wouldn't buy it because I'd have to see if anybody would be interested in showing up. I looked around and I obviously came across, the clue is in the name, Greenwich in London. Beautiful place in London, Greenwich. And I wanted to find a room or a pub or a library, somewhere I could rent out for one evening bi-monthly for us to get together. And I actually was already doing this in 2019. I'd found somewhere that year, later on in the year, but then the coronavirus happened in early 2020 and all of that went out of the window. So I couldn't really continue on and expect people to come overseas because I've only got, at this point in time, I've got 5 serious members and they're all close friends of mine. I've known them, some of them I've known for about 7 or 8 years, and 4 of them live in the UK, one of them lives in Spain, but they were all willing to meet up together in Greenwich, in this pub, which is a beautiful place, this tavern. And I thought, yeah, this is going to be cool. We could all meet up there. We could have dinner. We could have some drinks. We could talk about various things. I could show them the logos. I could get their feedback. We could talk about official uniforms, which I'm working on now. I'm working on the clothing, the dress code, so to speak. We're not all going to look the same. There's different ranks, different levels of dress. But I wanted to talk about this in public because I've got a whole briefcase of things that I wanted to show the members. This is not going to be for outside eyes. So what we talk about in the club, what we discuss, what we show, will typically not be shown in great detail online. That's not the purpose of this group. This group is not supposed to change the world. It's not supposed to be public knowledge. It's for the benefit of the members. That's what it's for. So I had great intentions. I had noble ambitions and high goals. I thought, yes, I'm going to get this club. I've already found this pub. I was on the phone to the people. I was thinking I'm going to book it. Then Corona happens. Then lockdown happens. And just as we were coming out of lockdown, I was going to try again. But then my health took a nosedive. So recently just come out of hospital. Now I'm feeling better and I'm thinking, okay, let's get this going again. And it looks like the country of the UK, looks like the UK is going back into lockdown because of the corona. So it seems like every time I try to get something going, there's always a major obstacle in the way that stops us from traveling there in person together. So right now it has been downgraded to Skype only meetings. That's fine. It's not a problem. I've already had about 3 or 4 Skype meetings with some of the members. And so far, so good. But I really want to strive for that in-person interaction. That's what it's all about. That's what I want this club to be about. And I would be happy to say maybe we'd only have less than 50 members. I don't think we need any more than a few dozen members. It's not about the numbers here. It's about the conversation. It's about the interaction. It's about people. It's about the quality of the characters involved, not how many they are. That's very important to me. If we do go into a second lockdown, which it's looking like we will at the moment with the way things are going, that's okay because I'll use the downtime, however long that might be, I'll use that time to focus on pumping funds and support into this organization. So don't worry, I'm not asking for anything. I'm not going to set up any GoFundMes. I can take care of it all on my own. It's not a problem, but I will be focusing on that if indeed we do go into lockdown. I'm making things like custom made members only rings with the green horse on them. I'm going to make custom made gentlemen's walking canes where you'll have the horse on the handle of the cane. That'll be absolutely beautiful. You could have your name engraved on it. You could have dark green velvet smoking jackets with the club's logo and name on the breast pocket. It's really endless, all the customization that you can do. Nothing tacky. Everything will be made to an extremely high standard. Nothing will be mass produced. It will all be fine tailoring, fine dining, proper etiquette, high society living. That's the whole goal with this. It is not a cheap organization whatsoever. I've even considered making special unique talismans, things like ceremonial swords, daggers, feather fans, candelabras, things that would only be used in the clubhouse setting of the Greenwich League by the members, color-coded with the proper logos. Everything would be bespoke. And I would also create bespoke rituals and rites that are unique only to the members of the Greenwich League. And I'd sit down with my friends and we would come up with this together. We don't make any decisions individually. We all sit down as a collective. I created it. I'm the leader of it, but technically we all sit down and we come up with things together. So I've got a friend in Spain who's a very talented violinist, and it was his idea for us to create a song, kind of like an anthem for the club with classical music. And I said, great, let's do that. So when we come up with ideas, we always work in unison, in harmony together. And that's why I prefer a smaller club. As it gets bigger, naturally, when you get to 200-300 people, you've got 100 people wanting this, 100 wanting that, and 100 that's kind of indifferent. Right now, with it being so small, we are all moving in the same direction and we all have the same kind of goals. But at the same time, we are contributing something unique from our own individual talents and perspectives. Obviously, the end goal for me would be to secure a permanent residence in Greenwich, London, but the price of that, as things are right now, getting a place in London is expensive. Getting a place in Greenwich, no lie, it would probably cost me £2 to £3 million. So I have to see that it's worthwhile first. I can't do it yet. I've got to spend some time, do some research, really look around, and then think, okay, we've got 50 members. I've been doing this for 10 years. It seems like it's working. Let's make the jump and let's do it. Then I would very seriously consider buying a permanent residence. So I think I'll leave it there for this video. Thank you for watching. I think the next update will come in the form of my outfit, which I'll be using for all things related to the Greenwich League. I've already sent some very crude and rudimentary drawings and sketches to my genius tailor, who will work his usual magic to bring my vision to life. He's absolutely outstanding. He knows exactly what I want. So I'm working with very good specialists and absolute experts in these fields to truly make this club a fantastic experience and to make it very entertaining and mystical and wonderful. That's what it's all about, and the social aspect as well. So thanks so much for watching this video. I'll be back soon with more. Take care.